This is what he said, translated. He said that Prahlad Joshi is a part of a cultureless community of Brahmins that does not represent South Indian traditions. H.D. Kumaraswamy then went on to say that Prahlad Joshi belongs to the sect of Brahmins who killed Gandhi. All this while claiming that basically RSS wants to replace Basavaraj Bommai from Karnataka as the chief minister with inducting Prahlad Joshi instead as the chief minister. So the BJP has immediately lashed out at Kumaraswamy over these comments and have slammed him and said these are absolutely unacceptable comments and that it will be the people of Karnataka who will teach him a lesson. C.T. Ravi of the BJP has reacted and said Prahlad Joshi is a self-made man. He's not a privileged one like you, Kumaraswamy, who's the son of former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda.
ಇವತ್ತು ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ್ ಜೋಶಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ನಂತರ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು RSSನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುನ್ನಾರ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ್ ಜೋಶಿ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಇವರು ಯಾವ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ಮಠದ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ಮಠದ ಒಂದು ಪೇಶಾವರ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ದೇವರ ವಿಗ್ರಹವನ್ನು ಆ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದಂಥವ್ರು ಇವರು. ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರನ್ನು ಕೊಂದಂಥ ವರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಇವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರಲ್ಲ.
ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚಿಂತೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟು ಅವ್ರ ಪಕ್ಷವನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವರು ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಪಕ್ಷವನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ಯಾವ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರು ಏನು ಜನ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ನೋಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಅಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ, ರಾಜಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇವುಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದರೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಹಿಂದಿನ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದರೆ ಜನ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ವಿಚಾರಗಳು, ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಜಾತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ राजकारण में बड़ा।
प्रहलाद जोशी भाजपा का वरिष्ठ नेता है। उन्हें पॉलिटिकल जर्नी शुरू किए एक कार्यकर्ता के नाते, एक एक कदम आगे बढ़ करके आज केंद्र मंत्री पद तक पहुंच रहा है। उनका क्षमता के वजह से, पार्टी प्रतिनिष्ठा के वजह से, उनका बैकग्राउंड कुमारस्वामी जी के जैसे एक्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर का बेटा नहीं है, एक कार्यकर्ता है। उनका पर्सनली टारगेट करना, कम्युनिटी के बारे में गलत आरोप बोलना कुमारस्वामी के जैसे एक्स सीएम के वो ठीक नहीं होता है। उनका बात सुन करके उनका भाव भी परेशान हो रहा है।
ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ RSSನವ್ರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಬಂದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಅವ್ರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು. BJP ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಬಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿಯಪ್ಪ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ಬೋದು? 50-60 ಬರ್ಬೋದು.
Let's go across now live to Bengaluru. My colleague Anaga Keshav with the latest on that. Anaga, that's quite a strange statement, because it was one thing to say that Prahlad Joshi could be replaced for Basavaraj Bommai, that who could be ousted out, but to bring in caste slurs, it clearly sounded inappropriate. Has the party reacted more to it? How has the BJP reacted to this?
Pooja, BJP has showed its angst towards Siddaramaya's statement. You know, previously also Siddaramaya has clarified that he identifies as a Hindu but does not believe in Hindutva. And yesterday he made quite a questionable statement and you know, in fact quite slanderous. He said the ideology of Hindutva is to spread violence and it is very murderous in its sentiment, is what Siddaramaya said. And this has indeed provoked a lot of pro-Hindu a lot of pro-Hindu groups, and BJP has also reacted negatively to it. C.T. Ravi has said that a person like Siddaramaya in such a high position should not be making these kind of statements. So indeed, even yesterday and day before yesterday, Siddaramaya is on his Prajadwani tour. He's in the first phase where he
we can see, in fact, Anaga, we are running this H.D. Kumaraswamy's reaction right now, where he says that he belongs to a caste of Brahmins that's not from Dakshin Kannada. This caste of Brahmins killed Gandhi, broke idols. You know, what he's saying is is actually preposterous in so many ways because it's provocative. And he's also the son of HD Devegowda. So for him to say, has he got support from any party? Is the BJP going to make this a big issue? Because going by the BJP strategy, they are quick to jump on exactly on these objectionable statements and make a bigger deal out of it.
Absolutely. These comments by Kumaraswamy is very, very objectionable because it might hurt the sentiments of Maratha Peshwar Brahmin community. Because I'm just quoting him, he says that this community lacks culture is what Kumaraswamy said. And he also made a very personal attack on Prahlad Joshi, saying that he belongs to this particular community, they lack no culture, whereas the Brahmins from the South India and from the South Karnataka are more cultured. They believe in live and let live philosophy, whereas the Maratha Peshwar Brahmin community, where Joshi belongs from, are uncultured.
Stay on with me, Anaga, because what's interesting is it's not just HD Kumaraswamy. Hindutva, Hinduism is now becoming a political war cry for, it appears, all parties, and even the Congress has jumped into it. We have some more breaking news on what Siddaramaiah has said. Let's listen into that. Former Chief Minister and senior Congress leader in Karnataka, Siddaramaiah, has given a remark over Hindutva, and I quote him here first, "There is a scope for violence in Hindutva. I am against Hindutva." Siddaramaiah said Hindutva is different from Hindu religion. They always say I'm anti-Hindu and against Hindu religion, but I'm never a person against Hindu religion. I'm myself a Hindu, but I'm against Manuvad, Hindutva. Probably most of us here are against Hindutva, and we are not against the Hindu religion. But in Hindutva, there is a scope for murder and violence. Listen in now to what he has said. He's now got a reaction for CT Ravi too.
ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ ಬೇರೆ, ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮ ಬೇರೆ. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮದ ವಿರೋಧಿ, ಹಿಂದೂ ವಿರೋಧಿ. ನಾನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮದ ವಿರೋಧಿನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಹಿಂದೂನೇ. ಆದರೆ ಮನುವಾದದ ವಿರೋಧಿ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವದ ವಿರೋಧಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಬಹುಶಃ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಮನುವಾದಕ್ಕೆ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ವಿರೋಧ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ವಿರೋಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಲೆ, ಹಿಂಸೆಗೆ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ? ಆದರೆ ಮನುವಾದ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಲೆ, ಹಿಂಸೆ, ತಾರತಮ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ.
So it remains to be seen if these reactions, whether from HD Kumaraswamy, that there is a certain caste of Prahlad Joshi that is, that's something that Karnataka people will not accept. Then to Siddaramaiah say Hindutva is promoting murder. It's very interesting. Anaga Keshav joins me again for the latest. Anaga, what are you exactly picking up on this? Because it clearly becomes, as election season is coming closer, these high tempers, political insinuations, religious mentions are gaining ground.
Yes, Pooja, and remember, Siddaramaiah's main vote bank is the Ahinda voters, which involves the Dalits, the Kurubas, the SC community people, and also including the minority. Even in Kolar, when he made the big announcement that he desires to contest from the Kolar constituency, his people, his leaders tried to speak in Urdu, but then they tried shifting to Hindi. So there was a big appeal made for the minority voters. And now again, he's made a very strong statement saying that the whole ideology of Hindutva is to spread violence, and it is very murder-oriented in its sentiments. He has again reiterated that he identifies as a Hindu but opposes Hindutva.
So that's the statement that Siddaramaiah has made. But the bigger question is that whether this will help the Congress party or the JDS, like HD Kumaraswamy had mentioned, or could it actually backfire and the BJP will totally jump into it. Anaga, we are staying with this because I realized that the BJP has also given a reaction on this. CT Ravi is leading that charge. He was the one to target HD Kumaraswamy as well, and now Siddaramaiah said. What has CT Ravi of the Bharatiya Janata Party said?
Pooja, CT Ravi says that Siddaramaiah in such a high position, he should not be making these kind of statements. And even in the past, C.T. Ravi has openly mentioned that Siddaramaiah is anti-Hindu, he's anti-poor, he's also anti-poor people. And this is what C.T. Ravi is hitting back, saying that these kind of statements might hurt the sentiments of the Hindu groups, and he should not be making such slanderous remarks.
Anaga, all right, Anaga, stay on with me because C.T. Ravi, BJP has been quick to lash out, say Supreme Court has said Hindutva is a way of life. You are peddling lie that Hindutva supports murder. Why is that you always talk the language of tyrants and barbarians? Has Tipu Sultan worshipping made you lose your sanity? So, extreme views by our netas ahead of elections when we should be focusing on issues on the ground, on basic civic issues that pertain to assembly elections. It's Hindutva, Tipu Sultan, all of that has come back. But for Siddaramaiah, it's escalating because remember, he could be one of the chief minister face for the Congress party. And that is why the BJP ensuring they replied to him. But what did Siddaramaiah say? Let's just listen into him again.
ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ ಬೇರೆ, ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮ ಬೇರೆ. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮದ ವಿರೋಧಿ, ಹಿಂದೂ ವಿರೋಧಿ. ನಾನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮದ ವಿರೋಧಿನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಮನುವಾದದ ವಿರೋಧಿ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವದ ವಿರೋಧಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಆದರೆ ಮನುವಾದ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಲೆ, ಹಿಂಸೆ, ತಾರತಮ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ.
All right, let's bring in Anaga Keshav yet again. Now, Anaga, he clearly has given out that statement knowing fairly well that he'll get support for the distinction that he's making, while there could be many who will not agree with that distinction too. But does this really mean again that, in the state of Karnataka, it will be religion eventually that will be a part of the political election discourse?
Pooja, it's absolutely disappointing that when the real issues come to infrastructure, when the real issues is in potholes, when the real issues is the BBMP's poorly planned road infrastructure that is causing the lives of so many people. And recently we had a mother and son die because of metro pillar collapse. When these issues should be taking the center stage, the actual issues is this religion politics. One saying that Hindutva is only towards murder and violent sentiments, and the other hitting back, saying, and Kumaraswamy also bringing in caste politics, saying that Brahmin from the Peshawar community is uncultured. These are the kind of things that are taking a central stage, and it might really backfire because religion and caste politics will only work to a certain extent. At the end of the day, people want development and infrastructure, which these netas are not talking about.
Anaga, stay on with me because now the BJP is only likely to escalate this, and I'm joined by BJP Shehzad Poonawalla on this. Shehzad, this is apart from what H.D. Kumaraswamy said about Prahlad Joshi, but on Siddaramaiah, has he said anything objectionable? He's just making a distinction between the two. Why is the BJP charging at Siddaramaiah right now?
Pooja, Hindutva has been defined by the Supreme Court in 1995 as a way of life, and in fact in 2016 when Teesta Setalwad went and tried to link Hindutva with bigotry, it was dismissed and the 1995 judgment was upheld. Now, after that has been done, the Congress is yet again peddling lies. Look at the statement of Siddaramaiah. He's saying Hindutva means murder, Hindutva promotes discrimination, Hindutva promotes violence. Would he say that about any other religion or faith? Why just Hindutva, and that too when it has been described and defined by the topmost court of this country? And this is not a one-off, it's not a sayyog. Mr. Siddaramaiah said Sanatan Dharm killed Gauri Lankesh. You have another leader of Congress saying that Hindus are dirty word. Ram Mandir ka virod karna, Ram ji ke astitva pe sawal uthana, saffron ka virod karna, saffron terror, Hindutva is ISIS and Boko Haram. So there's a long list and history of the Congress party targeting anything that is related with Sanatan Dharma and Hindus. And therefore, the question is that for the sake of vote bank politics, why stoop to this level? Is Mr. Siddaramaiah above the Supreme Court? When the Supreme Court has clarified that Hindutva is a philosophy, a way of life, everyone practices Hindutva, then why would you attack that concept? It is only because you want to galvanize votes of a particular community.
But do you think the Congress and Siddaramaiah is saying this because he's likely to be the chief minister candidate too of the Congress party? So when he's making this comment, he knows fairly well that he's being heard, and many may just agree to what he's saying. What the BJP said, Shehzad, is that why are you talking like a barbarian or a tyrant? They are saying, has Tipu Sultan worshipping made you this insane? Is that, do you think, the right analogy to hit back at the Congress party?
You see, people are going to say that on the one hand, invader, a barbarian like Aurangzeb and Tipu are hailed. Even Musharraf is hailed by Tharoorji. Shashi Tharoorji is giving constant sound bites that he is a force of peace. And Musharraf is force of peace and Hindutva is agent of violence. Pooja Shali, I am very surprised you are living in India where the party says that Musharraf, the attacker who killed our soldiers, is a force of peace. And Hindutva philosophy of inclusiveness and love, something that is called way of life by Supreme Court, has been described like this by the Congress party. Janyudhari Rahul Gandhi, who says he's a Janyudhari, he should come out and explain. Is he with Siddaramaia's version of Hindutva and Hindus, or does he disagree with this and will he condemn the statement? They even find jihad in Gita Ji. So, nothing can be done. This is a chronic case of vote bank disease and there is no cure for this except that people will now punish them for this kind of appeasement politics.
Shehzad, final question. Should the BJP really be charging at the Congress party? You're the parties in power. You can totally be boasting about your achievements by attacking the Congress party, which is in opposition. Why do you think the BJP feels it's significant to question Siddaramaiah? He's just an opposition neta.
24/7, people are seeing the work we are doing and we are also articulating on that. But having said that, if somebody in the sake of attacking Prime Minister or sake of attacking BJP attacks Hindus, attacks Hindutva, then of course there will be a reactionary comment that, stop doing this in the name of vote bank politics. And therefore this is a reaction. It is the anger of the people who are saying that time and again Congress party on the one hand says we are Janyudhari, on the other hand they constantly attack Hindus, Hindutva, Ramji, Ram Mandir. So this has become the DNA of the Congress. This has nothing to do with politics. It is to do with the astha of the millions.
In fact, I want to please, I request you to please stay on because what you just mentioned, we have more breaking news coming in. Apart from what Siddaramaiah has said, it's the big controversy coming in from the Congress party. Let's take a look at that. Senior leader of the Congress party, Shashi Tharoor, who's been facing some outrage and online attacks as well over one of his statements on General Pervez Musharraf, Pakistan's military dictator who passed away yesterday at the age of 79. Tharoor has now again given out a statement via social media site Twitter, and he has said he appears to be really firm on his comment on Musharraf as peace force. He has said, and I quote Shashi Tharoor here, "Why did Vajpayee talk peace with Musharraf? Was Musharraf not a peace ally then?" Shashi Tharoor is lauding the peace force Musharraf and the BJP is attacking him over this. So this has now become a huge issue. Shashi Tharoor, yesterday, remember, after the death of General Pervez Musharraf, had put out a statement that he had met him often and appeared to be a peace force ally. Let's bring in BJP Shehzad Poonawala as well. Shehzad, he's bringing in former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, saying he had a peace talk with the Pervez Musharraf. Why are you not looking into that? And then because he's dead, let's think of him in a better manner, in a more dignified manner, says Shashi Tharoor.
Pooja, first of all, now I am pretty sure that this was not personal comment of Mr. Tharoor, the way he is brazenly defending it. Secondly, look at the kind of analogy being drawn. On the one hand, when you are a leader of a country like Mr. Vajpayee was, you don't have the option. You have to deal with whoever the leader of the other country is. It is a compulsion. Here, it is out of choice that Mr. Tharoor is hailing, eulogizing, praising to the moon Mr. Musharraf, who his own country is now disregarding, who was the killer and the architect of Kargil, who was responsible for terrorism, who hailed Osama bin Laden and Taliban, who did not take back the dead bodies of his own soldiers. This out of choice Congress is saying that Musharraf Mahan tha, force of peace tha. So, to compare compulsion with choice is A, ridiculous, but secondly, today it is confirmed that Musharraf mein force of peace Congress ko dikhta hai because Musharraf used to see a gentleman in Rahul Gandhi. And Hindutva mein violence dikhta hai. So this is the thing of Congress party, that Hindutva mein violence, Musharraf mein aman ka doot. This is the short and long of the Congress party's philosophy today.
Do you think it was just being a dignified stance because he had died, or that there is more to it? Are you saying this is top of the Congress leadership? Quickly, Shehzad, why are you saying this is not just a personal comment?
No, tomorrow with this logic, they will say that Osama bin Laden is dead, Afzal Guru is dead, so they'll hail them also as martyrs and peaceniks. I mean, this is ridiculous. The man was somebody who bled our soldiers, and therefore, one thing is to not disrespect somebody, but one thing is to not polish and give a new picture of somebody and hail them and eulogize them.
Shehzad Poonawala with the latest on that. This has become a huge outrage that he has said he was the real peace force, and that, he was smart, clear, and engaging This, remember, he's talking about the decade of 2000. He says, I met him often, and he's now charging at the BJP leaders. This is the big political showdown today. I'm heading into a very short break, and when we return, we get you the latest on more. Stay tuned. IndiaToday.in is where you will find all the latest updates. Thank you.
Shah Rukh Khan's Pathaan has been rocking at the movie theatres. It is in fact being touted as the best action movie of recent times. But is it true? What does the Tech Today community think about it? Are the tech sequences worth watching the movie in the movie theatre, or will the Tech Today community wait to watch it on OTT? Let's try and find out. Where will it be, in the cinema theatre or on OTT?
Cinemas. SRK in cinemas.
Movie theatre. OTT.
Will you be watching it in an IMAX or in a regular theatre?
IMAX for sure.
Yeah, that is really heavy, great VFX, and even John Abraham also, I like him, and Shah Rukh Khan especially.
I have heard a lot about it, how it has a parallel from a Christopher Nolan ka movie, and the technologies that they've used is same, so I want to explore that.
Not interested in watching in a movie theatre.
Is there any reason why you're averse to going to a movie theatre?
I feel more relaxed watching it at home.
Yes, if it releases in Amazon or Netflix, otherwise not.
Actually, we went to the cinema hall yesterday. I almost wanted to watch it, but my wife said we'll watch it on OTT.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Gift well with Sleep Well.
Nationwide showdown over Adani. From Parliament to the streets, Congress ups ante against Modi government. Gherav SEBI and LIC offices across India.
100 Congress cadres have gathered in front of SBI Bank over here and they are protesting. They claim that LIC and SBI were forced to make investment in Adani Group.
यहाँ पे अडानी मामले को लेकर जेपीसी की मांग हो रही है। यहाँ आप देखिए कि तमाम विपक्षी नेता आपको यहाँ पे नजर आ रहे हैं।
No debate, only disruptions in Parliament.
And I appeal to you, it is time for us to think what the common man is thinking. We are utilizing huge funds.
Storm over Adani remains our top focus on India Today.
Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to India Today. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin quickly with the headlines at the top of 2. It's the Adani storm raging in the parliament after massive sloganeering by the opposition. Both houses have been adjourned again, but to resume shortly.
आप केवल नारेबाजी करने
The Congress stages a pan-India protest over Adani controversy. Congress supporters even hit the streets from Delhi to Jammu to Thiruvananthapuram. Opposition parliamentarians are protesting in front of the Gandhi statue outside of the parliament. New Delhi mayor still not ready and is not elected. Massive commotion erupted in the house as the voting began. Elected councillors busy fighting among themselves between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. HD Kumaraswamy has targeted Prahlad Joshi's caste, and this while saying that RSS wants to replace Bomai with Prahlad Joshi. He says Joshi is a Brahmin whose people killed Gandhi, demolished temples and idols. He is not of the South Indian ancestry. Disturbing incidents coming in from Bangladesh. Hindu hate across Bangladesh as 14 temples were desecrated in a series of orchestrated attacks overnight. Protests erupt. Police issue a statement. A massive earthquake has hit Turkey and adjacent countries. Over 100 people at least dead across Syria and Turkey in an earthquake of 7.8 magnitude on the Richter scale. Widespread damage can be seen on the streets. The areas have been flattened completely. Death toll likely to rise and could be reaching thousands. The parliament has resumed. Let's dip into that. This is, remember, during the uproar over the Adani crisis. Let's listen in.
धन्यवाद सभापति जी। मैं आज की कार्यसूची के क्रम संख्या 9 पर अंकित जो दस्तावेज श्री रामेश्वर तेली जी के नाम के अंकित है, आपकी अनुमति से सदन के पटल पर रखता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
पर 10 श्री सुभाष सरकार जी।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से आज की कार्यावली सूची के क्रम संख्या 10 पर मेरे साथी श्रीमती अन्नपूर्णा देवी के नाम के सामने उल्लिखित दस्तावेजों को मैं सभा पटल पर रखता हूं। नमस्कार।
11 श्री अजय भट्ट जी।
आदरणीय महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से मैं आज की कार्यसूची के क्रम संख्या 11 पर अपने नाम के समक्ष उल्लिखित कागजात को सदन के पटल पर प्रस्तुत करता हूं।
And while we are looking at the parliament session, we're getting a big update already that Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the parliament, has been adjourned, and that means one house already adjourned within seconds. that it started and resumed today. This is the second time. That means it's been adjourned. We'll try and dip into the visuals coming in from Lok Sabha too. On the other side, you can see this is opposition protest that's taking place. This is within the parliament premises, but on the outside where there is the Mahatma Gandhi statue and united opposition, a rare face that we are seeing this time, led by Mallikarjun Kharge, that all opposition parties have come together. This is the Adani crisis that they're targeting the government and specifically Prime Minister Narendra Modi for it. They want a debate and a discussion. They want a joint parliamentary committee meeting, and they want investigations to be looked into. The opposition wants a debate on that. They will not rest till the government decides on that. The government says, let's focus on issues that are pertaining to this budget session. We can see former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram, other netas as well. These are the live visuals coming in from right outside the parliament, where there is the Gandhi statue, which is known now as a protest site. They've managed to get all other parties with them at this juncture. Now, interestingly, Congress party, while it's protesting, the parliamentarians are in the parliament and are indulging in this uproar. We also have street protests that the Congress party is leading from Delhi, Jammu to Thiruvananthapuram as well.
के लिए दिनांक 3/2/2023 की अधिसूचना संख्या 6/2023 केंद्रित पारित शुल्क दूसरा डीजल के
So this is Maha opposition dangal, an uproar on Adani, and parliament proceedings were adjourned earlier till about 2 p.m. within resuming of minutes. The Rajya Sabha adjourned right away while the Lok Sabha still continues and we can still hear sloganeering there in the House. This, remember, opposition continues to ask for a discussion. It's basically the adjournment motion, remember, in Lok Sabha. Even though it was rejected by the Speaker, the suspension of business notice was also rejected by the Rajya Sabha chairperson. But clearly we can see parliamentarians in the parliament are asking for a discussion, and this is what you see on the streets. Across cities, Congress parties have managed to get a show of strength. And in Jammu, there was even a scuffle with the police deployed. The Congress party workers tried to jump the barricades, police tried to stop them. So this is what is unfolding on different sides. This is all with regard to storm over the Adani crisis. So the market is still fluctuating. It hasn't stabilized for the Adani group, where the shares in the stocks continue to see a dip, despite assuring messages from the Adani group, and specifically himself, with Gautam Adani as the chairperson coming in to get a video message. It was supposed to be a budget session. Discussion was likely on that, but that's clearly not happening. And the bills and discussions that were supposed to take place have had to be adjourned for now. Opposition has been meeting. Today morning also there was a meeting. The government tries to hit back, but clearly the opposition says they will not back out this time. So the visual, as you can see, of an opposition meeting, of Minister Prahlad Joshi speaking, of the opposition protest at the Gandhi statue, and the budget that was presented by Finance Minister.
माननीय सदस्यगण, सरकार ने बोला कि सरकार उत्तर के लिए तैयार है। हमें राष्ट्रपति जी के अभिभाषण पर धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव पे चर्चा करना है। हमें इम्पोर्टेंट फाइनेंशियल बिजनेस करना है और ये हमारा दायित्व है। आप सब